The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the oldest and also the largest monolithic statue in the world. It is located on Giza Plateau on the west bank of Nile in Giza, Egypt, facing directly from west to east, with 73 meters long and 20 meters high. It is approximately as long as a standard football court and as high as the White House. Although this giant piece of art exists and is discovered for a really long time, many basic questions such as when was it built, by whom, and for what purpose are still mysterious. Egypt is famous for its incredibly large historical relics such as pyramids, but the Great Sphinx, as the largest statue ever found in Egypt, appears to be very different from others, including its weird shape, size, and how it relates to other relics around it. At the very beginning, Egyptologists believed that the Great Sphinx was built by Pharaoh Khufu for making a wake for his pyramid. It was described that in 2610 BC, while Pharaoh Khufu was checking his nearly finished tomb, which was the pyramid, he found a huge rock in a quarry, so he ordered stonemasons to make a sphinx based on his face. However, some other archaeologists believe that the Great Sphinx was built by Khufu's son Pharaoh Khafra, and it was made by carving into limestones, and the huge rocks around it were taken for building two temples near it, the Sphinx Temple and the Valley Temple, and each rock was around 200 metric tons. Another hypothesis is that the Sphinx was built by another son of Khufu, Khafra's brother, Pharaoh Djefer. Djefer regarded his father Khufu as the sun god Ra. This was also what he told to the public for recovering people's admiration to this kingdom. He made the face 5 meters long, wearing a crown called Names, and got a snake relief on its forehead called Cobra. Also, it has long beard as the symbol of king hanging along its lower jaw, and one of its ears is more than 2 meters long. Each hypothesis is really debated, and archaeologists are still working so hard trying to figure out who built this statue and, more importantly, why was it built. While we're thinking about the purpose, surely we cannot ignore the background information about it, and actually there are a lot of beautiful legends behind this piece of art. According to legend, the Sphinx is the kid of giants and the demon snake. It has human's head, lion's body, and with a pair of wings. The Sphinx is born being brutal. It learns a lot of riddles from Muse, the goddess of wisdom, and usually stands at the intersection of the street, asking every person who wants to pass the way to figure out a riddle. Then it will eat the person who guesses wrong. One day the king's son is eaten by the Sphinx, so the king says, whoever tames the Sphinx gets the throne. So a young guy comes to challenge it and makes it. Then the Sphinx feels so ashamed and kills itself. And the king of Egypt gave this young guy the throne as he promised. But before he does that, the king orders stonemason to create the appearance of the Sphinx by carving a really large piece of stones at the place where the Sphinx usually appears to make people remember this monster forever. And that's how this weird creature comes into the Egyptian civilization.